Hello, families. Hola. Good evening. Buenas noches. I am Ashley, the director of elementary programs. Let's see if I can say it in Spanish. Estoy directora de programa Ashley. Maybe, kinda. Close, almost. Anyway, we're so excited to have you here tonight. So we are going to do a fun family engagement project. We do these so that way we have a chance to show you some of the work and some of the things that we do with the students in the program. So first thing you're gonna need is some materials. You need some paper. You need something to write with, so a pencil, a marker, a pen, and then you need things to decorate. So that could be markers, crayons, stickers, jewels, whatever you got, you want to go get those. So we'll give you a second to go get your materials. Go get your materials. So does anybody know what an acrostic poem is? If you know what an acrostic poem is, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. There's the chat feature. Put it in the chat. Acrostic poem is a poem that spells out something using the letters of a word. So if we wanted to do, let's say the word cats, right? C-A-T-S, cats. There will be a line for each letter. So something for the C, something for the A, something for the T, something for the S. So today what you're going to do is we are going to have a moment of appreciation for each other. So families, if you are here with the child of your family, you are going to write a poem about the child. And for any of our kiddos who are here watching, you are going to write a poem about the person in your family. It could be your parent. It could be a grandparent, it could be a cousin, it could be a sibling, whoever. But you're gonna write a poem about that person, so you'll need to use their name. So for instance, we'll take a couple look at some examples. My name is Ashley. So that's A-S-H-L-E-Y. So if someone was writing about me, they would be writing a poem about Ashley using the letters of my name. So let's go back to cats. We have some examples. So let's say for cats, the C could stand for cuddly. And maybe the A stands for, let's use a good word, acrobatic, right? They like to jump. The T is for tenacious. They're very tough. They like to get into things. And the S is for, let's say, a phrase. So softly purring. Softly. So now we're going to throw in an extra bonus with our poem, and we are going to use figurative language. Who knows what figurative language is? If you know what figurative language is, you can throw it in the chat. Let's see. You've definitely heard it before. So figurative language is a way to use different words than the meaning of something. So sometimes it's artistic, sometimes it's a way to like get a joke across. So for instance, you maybe have heard the phrase, oh, I have butterflies in my stomach. Do you really have butterflies in your stomach? No, but usually if someone says that, what does it mean? It means that you feel nervous. That's right, you're nervous or you're excited, right? I have butterflies in my stomach. So that's an example of figurative language. Another example is also we use like a simile. So you could say, make a comparison to something. Ashley is bright like the sun. Or Bella is tough as nails. So those are some examples of what you can do. So we are going to add in some figurative language into our acrostic poems about our person. So you want to continue to use that letter. So maybe for, let's say, the S for Ashley is, what could we do? sassy as a hot summer day. That's not really a phrase, but you could say that, right? So you want to put something in there that explains something about the person, using a comparison that they are like what. So also one of the things we can do in this figurative language, there's two particular types of figurative language we're going to look at tonight. And one is a simile and one is a metaphor. So can anybody tell me what those are, the differences? Does anybody know? Put it in the chat. Let me see if you know. Do you know? Yes. So a simile makes a comparison, right? And it uses the words like or as. So I said that before. So an example is Jessie is the name. And for the I for Jessie, we say is like an ice cream on a summer day. And that would be a simile because it puts as or like in it to make a comparison. Now, if you do a metaphor, what's the difference there? Oh, it's just that thing, that person is this thing, right? So we could say, same thing for Jessie, I for the I in Jessie. I is the sun, right? So what would that mean? Maybe that means that Jessie is the light of your life, but instead of comparing Jessie to the sun, you would just say Jessie is the sun. So yeah, let's take some time and start working on those poems. And there will be prizes for some share outs. As you can see, I'll give a little example of my acrostic poem here. So I chose my mom, whose name is Mary. So that's M-A-R-Y. And here for the A, I did a little bit of figurative language, right? Bright as the sun. So what type of figurative language would that be? But you could also do it, let's say maybe it was R, ready like a rocket. I don't know if that's a thing, but you could. So yeah, let's be creative. And then you want to decorate your acrostic poem because we are going to give it to our family members. A little token of appreciation to let them know how much we care about them, how much we're thinking about them. So hopefully now you have finished your acrostic poem, and we'd love to hear some share outs. So why don't you share with us about what you said about your person, your family member, your best friend, your kiddo. Yeah, some share outs.